No, I had assumed that you would be eager to see your family. What with all of the begging and pleading you did to convince me to accompany you. Yet, here you are, blood pumping through your veins so rapidly as to burst that innocent little heart of yours. Why are you so stressed, little human? Silence, huh? I confess, the absence of your usual incessant yammering is curious. Oh, relax, child. I'll behave appropriately. That was a condition of our arrangement, after all. I'd do anything to help my most loyal, oath-bound servant survive the apparent drudgery of the winter holidays. Isn't that right, babe? Oh, stop worrying so much. I'm more capable of blending in than you seem to realize. I've learned a thing or two about acting human over the centuries. Would you stop? I am not going to bite. Hello, sir. Marcus Eden. It's a pleasure to finally meet you. She has told me all about you. All positive, I promise. Yes, sir. It would be much appreciated. It is a hell of a storm out here. How polite of your father to invite me inside. My, you have a lovely home here, sir. Absolutely beautiful. Aw, are these pictures of you? You were such a cute kid. Makes sense that you'd be a cute adult, too. Quite the crowd here. I'm beginning to understand why you were so nervous. Just relax, dear. Surviving a night surrounded by your relatives is a cakewalk compared to your day job, after all. Sir? A little about myself, huh? Well, let's see. I am 26 years old, never been married, yet, and I work at a blood bank. Yes, sir, a blood bank. We take donations, we supply for transfusions, the usual. That's actually where we met, isn't it, honey? Oh, don't be so bashful, sweetie. Was she always like this? She'll talk my ear off all day and night when we're at home, but as soon as we're around other people, it's like pulling teeth just to get a word out of her. Fine, I'll tell the story. So, I was working at the front desk at the time. She comes in and asks if we're taking donations. I tell her yes, but only specific blood types. Our building's a bit small, so we tend to run out of space pretty quickly, and we have to start prioritizing certain flavors over others, you understand. So I give her the intake form to fill out, and I said what? I said flavors? You can clearly see where my mind is right now. The smells coming from that kitchen are mouth-watering, and I am starving. What I meant to say is that we have to start prioritizing certain blood types over others. So, I give her the intake form, and she... What's that? Oh, yes, sir, I do quite well for myself. You'd be surprised how high the average salary is at the clinic. Plus, yes, sir. Low deductible and dental, too. We are a small company, not a chain, and we're very well taken care of. Oh, she mentioned that, did she? Yes, it's true that I'm not entirely dependent on my salary to make a living. My family has had a long history of making very smart investments, so I'm quite financially independent, shall we say. My parents? Well, they... No, dear. It's okay. He didn't know. My parents passed away many years ago, sadly. It was an animal attack of some kind. Very unpleasant. It actually inspired me to work at a blood bank when I grew older. Given the nature of their deaths, blood loss was, indeed, a key factor there. But let's not dwell on the past. This is supposed to be a happy holiday, isn't it? Oh, no apologies needed, sir. That was all a long time ago. I'm not offended in the slightest. The past is the past. We're here for the present, and the future's looking brighter than ever now that I've met your amazing daughter. Oh, absolutely. Don't let me hold you up if she needs help in the kitchen. Go on, it's all right. What? What's the matter? Well, if you didn't want me to work at a blood bank, then you should have been more involved in the writing process. Fictitious backstories don't write themselves, you know. Besides, I thought it would be funny. Yes, funny. And I was right. I am incredibly amused by my antics. Oh, that part was real. My parents did, in fact, die when I was very young, and under similar circumstances as I described, for the most part. Though, I might have embellished by calling it an animal attack. But they certainly died of blood loss. Ugh, oh, don't look at me like that. You're the one who chose to cuddle up with an ancient vampire. Did you really believe that I spent the intervening centuries living as a saint? No, of course not. Besides, they were not good people. They got what they deserved. Hey, is that the uncle you were telling me about? It isn't hard to figure out. I can hear what he's whispering to that other person. My, he has quite an interesting worldview, hasn't he? Oh no, conspiracy theories are the least of your worries about him based on what I'm hearing. Oof, I don't think he's supposed to use that word. Quite the character, that one. No, I can't hear your parents from here. Don't worry about them. I'm sure they're fine. Your father is probably regaling your mother with my antics, complimenting you on bringing home such a handsome, supportive man as I. Oh, what? I'm almost certainly correct. I'm undeniably irresistible. And not just young women looking for romance in all the wrong places. My charm is universal, child. Hell, it's working on you even now, even though this is all just a charade. If my charms aren't working on you, then why has your pulse been slowing since we sat down together? Admit it. You're enjoying this. Enjoying me. My presence, my proximity, it's all causing you to relax against my side. It's quite endearing, I assure you. Don't be embarrassed, dear. You can't help how your master makes you feel. You're only human, after all. I think we should do this more often, my sweet little servant. I'm rather enjoying myself. Ugh. Who is that over there? The young man. My apologies, he's just so distasteful. If you could hear what I can. He's talking about women to that younger boy there. Things he's saying. Repugnant. Tell me, would any of your family miss him if he left and never came back? I know that I ate before we left, but I could always make room for seconds. I'm only teasing, child. Although, your lack of response would suggest that I absolutely could get away with it if I so chose. We'll see where the night takes us. Hey, look at me for a moment. Sorry for surprising you like that. Your aunts over there didn't believe that we were truly an item, so I felt the need to convince them. Try not to blush so hard, dear. It's making me hungry. I wouldn't want to have to resort to snacking on you. Again. You know, I've never actually taken part in any sort of holiday family gathering. It's quaint, very warm and cozy. Not the sort of setting that I might typically enjoy, mind you, but it has its charm. Oh, I'm quite serious, dear. Don't mistake a long life for a fulfilling one. I've yet to experience many things that humans take for granted. Gatherings like these, well, they require a group of people capable of being gathered. And I'm not particularly a social creature, if you haven't noticed. Thank you for inviting me, I suppose. Or rather, thank you for begging and pleading with me to pretend to be your lover in front of your family. It's the least I can do for my faithful little servant. Thanks for listening. If you made it all the way to the end of this audio, be sure to leave a comment that says, "Vampires are the best bosses." This has been a production of Whispurr Home Audio. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like and subscribe. If you're interested in accessing more of our amazing content, including early access to YouTube audios, a private Discord, and exclusive, spicy content you won't find anywhere else, join our Whispurr Home Audio customer rewards program at patreon.com/WhispurrAudio. Special thanks as always to my Whispurr's tier patrons: Brianna, Castiel, Fizzy Puff, Maple Apples, Snow Rose, and Star. Thanks again for being a valued customer of Whispurr.